the New York Times hailed you as one of the 5 up-and-coming designers to watch. You're featured in the pages of Vogue. You're currently on Vogue.com. Beth Ann Hardison and the legendary supermodel Beverly Johnson are throwing a party for you. What's it feel like to walk into Fashion Week with all eyes on you?
It's nerve-wracking.
Really?
Well, yeah. You know, I just try to always go to that grateful place, because if I'm hanging out there, then I'm at ease, and I know that I'm emitting positivity. And if I don't look at all of the demands or whatever, and the expectations, trying to deliver on them, if I don't go to that place, then I'm good.
What happens when you go to that place, when you think about all eyes being on you, when you think about just how unique a position you're in right now? What happens?
It just feels like a lot of pressure, and I can get in my head, and I feel like I lose my ability to be in the moment, my ability to enjoy the present. And when I'm in that place, I know that I'm creating the best work, and I'm making the best decisions. So, as far as everything that you just said, it's if I just, look at Beth Ann's face and Beverly's face, and just I can't even believe that you care about me.
Yeah.
And if I go to the place of how elated my mom is that her baby's face is on Vogue.com, if I stay in those places, I'm just so grateful and so thankful. I could actually cry right now, but it helps me to just continue to be, or to make the product that I think women are going to love to see.
What are you feeling right now? Because I see a lot of emotion.
I largely can't even believe that all these things are happening. I still genuinely, Lola, I just still feel that North Carolina boy who comes to New York, and it's just oh, I'm here, and I have this dream, and let's just do some cool stuff, right? I genuinely still feel there.
One part of it must feel like a magic carpet ride.
Yes.
But another part of it must also feel tremendously overwhelming, because it's happening so quickly. I mean, you say real time, but it's happening in hyper real time for you.
Yes, that's very, very true. So you're, I'm trying to couple the intensity of it all with the little boy who's wow, this is crazy, So the two that are seemingly contradictory, trying to keep them contained within me, it's difficult.
But isn't there something that's amazing about being able to have that wide-eyed wonderment about the industry and not be jaded and over it?
And we were sitting at my computer today and looking at that video on Vogue.com, we were just all kind of wait, that really happened, and that's really me, and that's really all that we've worked collectively to create. And now you're sitting in front of me, and then tomorrow you're sitting in front of someone else who's extremely significant in the world. So it's just kind of amazing that I get to be in that land, and I'm crying in front of you. That's not cute.
You cry beautifully.
You know what, Lola? Don't try to.
You and Lupita Nyong'o.
Stop.
She can serve a tear.
You know what? Lupita. We have to cut.
Okay, so walk me through what you're feeling right now. It's days before your show. I mean, really hours.
It is.
Before your presentation. What is going through your mind right now?
I'm a small business. I'm an emerging designer, so there's the real business issues that I'm confronted with on a day-to-day basis. And so, I'm looking at, I'm thinking that wow, this is really happening. And, months ago we were are we gonna make it are we gonna make it to July? Are we gonna make it to August, So I'm really grateful for that.
And when do you know it's come together? When do you know it's working? Do you feel something in your heart? Is there something in your stomach that just is, do you feel a certain, I don't know, pop? What is it? How do you know?
Honestly, I feel when the females in the office look and they're that's gonna be good, then I'm okay, we're on to something. Because I can conceptually feel like, oh my God, this moment's gonna be everything. And then if she puts it on, she's like, I ain't wearing this. Like, this is weird. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, if I'm getting every inch of my life and she's not, then that's like, what's the point?
Who is the Harbison woman?
Well, you know, I love this idea of a balance of contradictions. I love a woman who's acquainted with the hard and the soft within her. I think that's really beautiful. She is a woman who navigates the pavement in luxury. She lives in luxury. She works in luxury. She is arguably smarter than her husband or her female partner. You know, like, that is my woman. That's the woman that I look at and I see reflections of my mother, because she is the definitive muse of the collection, because I saw her, you know, go from literally from the assembly line, you know, and clean up, and then she's in like a head to toe patterned pantsuit, you know, with a killer eye, and her clutch matches her pump. Like, that was my mother in the 80s, you know, and so that's my reference point for my woman.
What impact did seeing that transformation have on you as a young child? Seeing your mother move from the tough and rugged world of an assembly line and coming home and embracing all that is feminine and beautiful about being a woman.
You know, I saw how happy that transition made her. And so I know that I want to allow women that same happiness. Like, I want these clothes to take them to a place of power that they may not feel when they wake up in the morning. And then if they can put on that overcoat, if they can put on that suit and assume a power that I know that they have, but maybe they just don't know it, then I've done my job, especially as a sportswear designer, because these are not clothes that she just sits pretty in. These are clothes that she lives in.